Hello, welcome back to the channel, Bluethentic, Carlton vs Brisbane review. And what a night it was, Rocky. Mate. What a night it was.
I was there
I'm assuming you were there.
No, I wasn't there.
You weren't there?
No.
You're kidding me.
We had a function on and we were having a couple of vinos and...
You didn't go to the game?
No.
Rocky.
And I'm actually, I had to clear my screen to see if it was right, what I was seeing. I couldn't believe it. It was just, I thought they may have made a mistake when they're updating the scores or something, but it was unbelievable. I couldn't wait to get home to watch the replay.
Now, before we get into the game, we're a man down. We're at the Doutta here, Monday night at the Doutta. We're a man down. Where's Robbie?
The skipper.
Yeah, the captain of the ship.
He's not well, the skipper.
Not well, is he?
He's got the shivers. Told him, have a whiskey.
Did he have Mad Monday, did he? I reckon he had a big...
Do you reckon he got excited?
I reckon he went Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Do you reckon
he got on the gas.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if look, I'm sure he's done a 360 from the Collingwood game when I was with him.
Did he go on Saturday night?
I don't know. I think he might have.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
Because I had a spare ticket.
Oh, okay, so he didn't take it up. No. Okay, fair enough.
But what a game it was, Rocky. What a game it was. I was there. I went with Harvey. We went along. We sat in aisle 10, just on the wing there, not too far from where Harry Dean
kicked the goal.
Yeah, well, between the wing and half forward on that side. It was the place was pumping.
What was the roar like?
It was.
Was it?
It almost felt like the Melbourne Carlton
seriously
prelim.
Because I watched the replay, it didn't really do it justice. I heard about it. The people, look, the roof shook from what I heard from the commentary, but it didn't really come through like that on the TV.
In the second quarter, we kicked 6 goals straight.
Six.
Like that was the crowd was just humming, right?
6 goals every quarter we kicked.
Yeah, but we kicked 6 goals straight, and the crowd was going nuts. It was amazing. I was like, what are we witnessing here?
Was it a fluke?
Was it a fluke? I don't think it was. It wasn't a fluke. It was probably the perfect game that we've played for the year. I mean, Brody kicked straight, kicked 5 goals, won. We kicked 24-8 or something like that.
Something like that,
yeah. We had the perfect game. Brisbane, I'm not sure they're up for the fight.
Q in the rack sort of scenario, you reckon?
Well,
there's a lot to lose. Fourth spot.
Yeah, they've been up for a while. They probably come over here expected to win. And Carlton matched them. They just didn't want to it looked like they didn't want to defend.
Did they match him? Do you think it's game style, or do you think under Voss that we would have been able to play that sort of game?
Not open L.
Not open L?
Not open L. Our transition, at one stage in the last quarter, the way we were moving and running to space and opening up the 45s and using the ball...
Brisbane looked slow.
Mate,
they looked slow.
Brisbane just didn't want to defend. Brisbane like to run forward. They like to have a shootout, right? And we defended so well that we stifled them a little bit, and then we got them on turnover.
Well, we clogged the corridor. You said you want to play, you can go direct, but you're going direct.
We beat them at stoppage, and we beat them off turnover, and we defended extremely well. I mean, Dirksen, Dean, Billy Wilson, Adam Chera went to half back. Haynes and Callum played their role.
Oh, mate.
Florent was excellent.
It's practically the same team 11 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's just tweaks. It's confidence. I think that Wade Dirksen isn't getting enough credit.
My man Durko.
For how well he's going.
My man Durko.
He got coaches awards on coaches votes.
How many did he get?
I think he got 1 or 2 coaches of votes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Today. Jagger got 10. But his performance, 18 disposals. He's intercepting.
Double-digit marks he took, I think, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
12.
He's rebounding. His leg speed, his agility. There's a gentleman that is due to come back in the team, potentially this week or next. By the name of Jacob Wiedering, the vice captain, best and fairest, been a superstar of the Carlton Football Club. I'm actually questioning whether he'll get back in.
Oh, you can't. He comes.
So
back
tell
in.
me how he gets back in.
I don't know how he gets back in.
Unless Haynes is sore or injured, or they drop Lewis Young. Honestly,
I think it'll be a horses for courses approach. I think they'll assess each game on its merits because of the calf injuries and his age. He can do it again with the strains and the stress of a game. So I would think they'll assess every game.
So let's look at the back line of tools in the back line. So you can't drop Dean. You can't drop Dirksen.
No, you can't. No.
Haynes' form's been really good.
Yep.
Cowans, none of the others are like for like, right? And then it becomes a Lewis Young question. Lewis Young is so...
He gives us versatility.
He's so flexible because he goes forward, he plays in the ruck, he kicks goals, he can go back. He's actually so useful for the footy team and for Josh Fraser.
Is that the game style that's allowing him to be like the way he is? Because again, he was our whipping boy. 10 weeks ago, he was our whipping boy.
Yeah.
As soon as you saw Lewis Young's name on the team sheet, you say, oh, we're done.
But the thing is, he's so... We've never actually used him like this, like in all three positions.
So it's game plan.
Well, yeah.
It's game. You've got to be.
In the way they used Lewis Young.
Because I saw him...
Because you can play Jacob Wettering only in one position.
That's correct. So this is where we've got to find out, do we need a lockdown fullback? And then it's probably going to have to be Lewis Young that gets sacrificed. But
Yeah.
I honestly think it's a horses for... You look at the game, who you're playing, the opposition, who have they got? So we got St Kilda this week. Who have they got? TDK.
Is he going to play?
He don't know.
Hamstring?
Silvani. He don't know. He's dislocated shoulder.
I'd say very unlikely.
He was in a sling, so
Yeah,
very
I can't see
unlikely.
him playing.
Max King ain't going to be there.
Yeah.
So
Marshall didn't play.
Marshall, I'm not sure if he played or not. I can't remember if he played. I think he did play.
Might have been out last week before.
The week before he was out. So if he's right to play this week, you go the old adage and say, give him one more week.
Wettering.
Yep.
Yep.
And then hold him to the Doggies game.
Yeah.
And then say, I honestly think we need to play him the Fremantle game. 100% he's got to be a lock in that Fremantle game.
With the big dogs.
Correct. Has to be.
Yeah.
Doggies, again, they've got a small forward line.
I don't think we need him.
I think we can manage him with who we've got. We can manage him
So
who we've
does he
got.
play VFL?
Oh, no, he's too good a player to play VFL.
Why? So why wouldn't you play him a half in the VFL?
Unless that's the mantra now moving
Yeah.
forward, and that's Josh Fraser's,
Like if he's ready to go this week, I would play him a half in a VFL.
They might do
And
that.
if he can't get through that, then just put him.
and they
he's
might
done for the year.
And they might do that.
Yeah.
And it all I think had we lost to Brisbane, I think it probably would have been a fait accompli. He's done for the year.
I mean, the only thing is Nick. You know what? Nick Haynes looked pretty sore on the weekend, so I'll be interested to see how.
But it's not like for like though.
Yeah, I get it.
It's,
I get it.
It's
But
it's two
still,
different players.
Harry Dean can then go and play that Haynes role, potentially.
He can, and again, it all depends on the aerial threats that St Kilda have.
So let's look at the game in a bit more detail on Saturday night. So Carlton plus 70 possessions, plus 13 inside 50s. We went at 82% efficiency. 82%. Plus 10 at clearance, plus 52 uncontested possession. 24 goals standard kicked, right? Like it was just an unbelievable. It was an unbelievable.
So
night.
is this our grand final though? This is what I'm worried about because we're favourites now for against St Kilda.
Yeah, just.
Not just $1.70 to 210,
Yeah.
220.
No.
So it's not just.
Yeah, but it's
There's enough
pretty
there.
evident. Yeah.
So is this?
Well, you know what happens when there's expectation.
That's correct. This is what I'm worried about now because.
You look at Richmond game, you look at the Essendon game.
Correct. And St Kilda are one of our bogey sides
They
where
are.
it doesn't matter where we are.
They always beat us.
They always
Oh,
come up.
they
They
drive me
always
insane.
come up and nip us in the arse. So this is the thing. So look, and this is where I'm worried about. Have we peaked to it? Because when you look at the Hawthorn game and the Collingwood game, I never would have seen this performance. Even against the Gold Coast game, I would never have seen this performance.
I don't think we're peaked too early.
Did they get up for Crippa's 250th
Maybe.
when Haynes is 250?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's talk about some individuals.
Where do we start?
Before we talk about next week. I think Brady Kemp's one of the biggest stories of the night.
Yeah, he
Kicked
was.
4 first half goals. He was
very
outstanding
good.
in
He
the
was
air,
very
and his
good.
goal kicking, like he actually looked like his ball drop. He had his weight forward. He actually looked really good. He was a little bit nervous early, but then he just.
I think he needed to get that first one.
Yeah.
He needed to plug away that first one.
He got really confident, but his aerial stuff was outstanding.
And he did a great job on Harris Andrews. And I think the strategy on Harris Andrews was shifting Lewis Young and Brody Kent. If you looked at it at the game,
they played him beautifully.
They played him beautifully and drifting him, taking him away from the contest. So sacrificing their own game to actually keep him away.
because their defenders really struggled. I mean, Hitwood was terrible. He's definitely not a defender.
I would have thrown Oscar Allen there.
Yeah, I don't understand why I didn't do that move. Leicester really struggled.
Well, he got injured.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Kemp was outstanding. Harry Dean, I mean, enough said, his goal was outstanding. We've all seen it. But just his whole game, like he's just.
Have you seen the
he
list?
played on Logan Morris.
Have you seen the list of people of quality forwards that he?
He should be in the All-Australian squad the way he's going.
Basically, that's what they're saying. Really, at the end of the day, not to that degree, but
I mean, what have we? I mean, with him and Jagger, I mean, what the hell have we just got?
Well, we've got the cornerstones of the next 10 years. Look, with these guys here and what's coming in, and potentially, you know, you got your Carrolls and O'Farrell. We saw a snippet. You know, he was cruel by injury. There's this nucleus of kids. To me, in my eyes, is better than 2015's when you got Kai, Curnow, Silvani, Wiedering, Cunningham. Yeah. When they got those guys in there, they thought, you know, this is the spine. I think this core group of kids is because the game's played differently to when we drafted then to now. These kids could potentially take Carlton to the promised land.
Some great kids. Yep. So you talk about him, Jagger. Best on ground, only get 31 possessions. I mean, his running ability, his outside work, his ground ball stuff is elite.
I got some stats on Jagger, just quickly. So Jagger, I did some research around comparing him to Nick Dacos first year. First year Nick Dacos, first year Jagger. Yes, Jagger had an injury. He's been 2 years in the system, but he's only really played 1 year of AFL. Yeah. Nick Dacos, and I've said it from looking at Nick Dacos, his first year, played a lot of halfback,
sure.
So he's gathering positions there, wasn't in the guts. So, and then I thought, okay, well, they sort of cancel each other out, Will, and you learn from that perspective. But when you look at the main stats, so you got...
So is this first year Dacos?
First year Dacos, first year Jagger. So you got kicks, Dacos 14, Jagger 10. Handballs, Dacos 11, Jagger 14. Disposals as a total, so you got Nick, who's got 26 or 25.8. I'm rounding it off to the nearest 10 here. And you got Jagger 25. Then you go to the things that I think that matter the most are your tackles, 2.2, Jacos 2.8, Nick. Goal assists, 0.3, Nick. 0.6, Jagger. You got contested possessions, 6.4, Nick. 9.3, Jagger.
That's significant.
Yep. Effective disposal, Nick's got him there, 19.5, Jagger 19. Disposal efficiency, Jagger's got him there, 76 to 75. And the one here that I saw here was the centre clearances, I think it was, and stoppage clearances. So Jagger's 1.8, Nick's 0.3.
Yeah.
And his stoppages, Nick's 1.3 and Jagger's 2.6.
Yeah.
And this is the last one. Score involvements, 4.5 Nick, 6.5 Jagger.
Yeah, that's significant.
So...
Yeah, he's comparable.
Comparable. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, in 4 years' time we've got a Nick Dacos in our hands, but
if he can be, you know, 75% of the
correct,
player,
three-quarters of Nick Dacos, where when you look at what we paid for Jagger, considering I think we should be locked up for that draft there because we basically got
West Coast. That's a massive clanger. By the
well,
way,
you look at
that's a massive clanger.
Put Jagger in that midfield now with Harley Reid, Dersma, and Jagger.
Yeah, exactly.
There's their centre line
for 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, and they took Liam Baker, Matt Owies, and pick 12, which I think was Bo Allen.
Bo Allen, that's correct. So what I'm trying to get here, if Jagger can become three-quarters of the player that Nick Dacos is, I think we're well on the way to actually...
Yeah, we've got a potential superstar in our hands.
Correct.
I mean, you know, he's captain material. You know, if he's not the next captain, he'll be the one after, I would have thought. I mean, he was immense on the weekend, on Saturday night. I think the most underrated performance of the night was Patrick Cripps.
Yeah, very selfless.
Very selfless. Like it was. I remember when Trent Cotchin got towards the end of his career, he was playing a more selfless role.
Yeah, correct.
And it was so good to see Crippa playing that role on the weekend. He actually looked a bit sore, if I'm to be really honest with you. So there might have been some reasons behind that, but he played it perfectly. His work at stoppage, and protecting the exit.
Yep.
Was outstanding.
Well, I think that some of the shows yesterday was basically he handed Jagger the rising star really with that game. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, protecting him because
Yeah.
he's our exit. He's our release valve.
Yeah. No,
So they
good.
look for him in every instance they can. Because I remember when he first started playing, I did say this kid's vision. I rated up there, and yes, Greg Williams is a legend, champion of the game, but if he continues on this trajectory, he will get to that level with his hands.
Jagger.
Yeah.
And if you've seen his body,
Yeah.
he's like a rake.
Yeah, he'll fill out.
But he doesn't need. I don't know if he needs
No,
to too
but
much. A little bit, but
he might need to do
like
it.
Dacos has.
Yeah, a little bit. He might have to fill out a little bit, but yeah, he will fill out.
He's quite wiry. George Hewitt, another just George game. Like just gets the job done, George, and he always hits the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, I don't know what Voss was thinking when he topped him for 3 weeks. I just don't. I know Fraser's playing the.
I'm glad he's contracted.
Yeah, exactly. But I know Fraser's playing the club game where he's saying, well, George had to go away and work on some things. But I think deep down inside,
That's a lot of crap.
I believe that I believe what Voss said went, and I believe the assistants really didn't have much of a say, and that was his decision because he wanted to get Cherry in.
Yeah.
And then and Stewart was a
He wanted
sacrificial
leg
lamb.
speed in. I mean, he didn't know how to manoeuvre the team the way Fraser has, and the coaching committee. Adam Cherry went to half back.
Well, that's where he's been playing all since Fraser's come in.
When we lost Nick Newman, and
half back.
he was excellent.
Oh,
His
mate.
kicking off half back was
It's
excellent.
elite.
I think some of the supporters have been pretty hard on Chera, but I think his last 10 weeks have been really good.
But again, I think you try and put three bulls in a paddock and see what's going to happen.
What about Lewis Young?
He's the whipping boy.
Mate, his last 2 weeks have been unbelievable. He goes forward, and then he's back, and then he's in the ruck, and then he's on the bench, and then he's kicking goals, and he just pops up.
And
then he puts one on the full. That's okay.
That's okay. Well, take the one on the full, but if he gives us the output that he's been giving us across, 3 or 4 different positions.
His flexibility is actually very handy for the coaching.
But he's always been flexible. But I reckon it's just the way Voss was playing him again.
I think they've found the role for him, just to spare parts.
Does he get a contract?
Well, if it's between him or Hudson O'Keefe, I'm probably giving it to Lewis Young.
Oh, I'd hold that for a minute.
Because he kicked 5 goals on the weekend.
Mate, but did you he monstered Brisbane.
But they'll terrible.
but that's okay. They're bottom
terrible.
4 side, but
It's one game.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I just say, but I would just hold off. You need a bigger sample. So we know what he can do. He's had a bad year.
Let's see how he goes the next 3 or 4 weeks, and if they make finals.
Yeah, I reckon they will.
Yeah, I mean, Lewis Young. Geez, you'd be hard not to give him just a minimum chips 1 year contract.
I'd rather not go for Bugu Karmas and stick with Lewis Young.
Would you?
Yep.
Interesting. Wade Dirksen, we've spoken about. Ollie Florent was immense off half back. His overlap run, the goal that he kicked, I thought it was excellent.
Geez, certain people were actually canning Ollie Florent. I won't mention who those people are.
Robert,
But
I think he canned every player.
well, every single player. Don't worry about that. But yeah, Florent.
He didn't
Florent's
discriminate.
use of the ball, his vision.
I love his overlap run.
Yeah, correct.
He picks off the hard kicks, right?
Why weren't we seeing that with Sard though? Was it again? We haven't really seen, and I'm not saying we are going to see it. I think Sard's cards are stamped. But do you think, because they're very similar players really when you look at it, do you think Sard under Josh Fraser's game plan would be able to produce?
Not sure. There's only one way to answer it.
And that's not.
And it's probably not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
And I don't think he'll have a contract next year. That's for sure. Will Haywood played mainly on a wing, half forward. I mean, his energy and his marking, overhead marking, he had one bad kick into the centre, but he was excellent. And did a great celebration with Cottis.
that was funny. How funny
power
was
walk.
that?
I think that's going to stay the power walk.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was good.
It's good to see.
It's good to see him smiling.
But again, we wouldn't have seen this under Voss.
No, they're enjoying their footy.
That's my point. That's what I'm getting at. It just looks like the enjoyment's there.
And they bend themselves.
It's like a weight that's been lifted up off his shoulders. And this is what I was saying to you where just a couple of minutes ago, where it seemed to me it was Voss's highway or the highway, and if you didn't toe the line, well, so be it, you're gone. Even these kids, I think, like the Wilsons and Ison and Byrne, they couldn't really break into that side where you just felt like there was a cloud over them to say, why can't I break over this side? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah. There's a player that didn't play against Collingwood and Hawthorn and has played the last 2 games. And we probably underestimate how important he is.
Akers.
Mark Pitnet.
Oh yeah, Pitter. Yeah. It's true.
He didn't play against Hawthorn.
Yes, no.
Meek took us to the cleaners. Obviously, played against Flynn Riley, the poor kid, and then against Collingwood, Darcy Cameron, particularly in that first half, was excellent on Liam Reedy. I think he's bloody underrated, Mark Pitnet.
Yeah. So begs the question now, because there's rumours swirling around that Marshall potentially from St Kilda, we're looking at him. Do we persist with Pitnet and bring Flynn up and just get him right as a succession rather than get another ruckman? Because
we don't want to be TDK and Royal Marshall, do you?
No, well that's exactly right. You bring in Royal Marshall, then you've got.
If you're rating the 3 ruckmen, you'd probably say Marshall's number 1, DeConning's number 2, Pitnet's number 3. In that order. So potentially you're getting a better ruckman. That's the only... And, Pitnet, how's his body? How long is he going to have in the competition?
Yeah, I get that, but there is...
And it probably depends what you've got to pay Marshall, what you've got to give up for Marshall.
Correct. And I dare say they'll probably want a first-round pick.
Yeah, and what else is on the table?
And, so they'll probably want a...
So what would you do?
And for Carlton, there'll be a Carlton tax with St Kilda, because then we pay more.
What would you do?
I would look at sticking with what we've got.
Yeah.
And even in that case, Liam Reedy as well, and just...
And maybe even draft.
Probably draft someone raw, really raw.
Because you might get a reasonable ruckman between pick 20 and 30.
You may be, potentially.
There's
but I dare say those picks in the 20s and 30s, if we don't trade them away, will fall. We'll get key position players for those picks there.
The last player I want to talk about is Harry Mackay.
I was going to say that. Where's Harry?
He obviously first game back had his knee bandaged, but he played a fantastic game. He got up and down the ground. He seemed to have so much space. He kept finding space. He hit the scoreboard. Did a little bit of ruck work. It was a really, really good game by Harry Mackay.
Why do you think he got so much space? Is it because he was trying to drag? Well, I suppose Harris was playing mainly on Kemp, but he did play on Harry a few times for a part of the game there.
Well, Andrews tries to intercept too much and plays off his man. With Kemp, McGovern, Mackay, Young, their movement was excellent, and the ball movement was so fast.
I hadn't seen Carlton play that for a long time.
The ball movement was so quick, so it just it gave the forwards one-on-ones.
Now, I know you can't produce that game every week, but a game like that every week. But if we can bring, half of that game to every other game that we play from here on in, we're a chance in every single game.
Of course. Harry was excellent. Anyone else you want to talk about?
I want to pose this question to you, though. So we've got 2 different game styles. We've got Voss's game style. We've got Josh Fraser's game style. Now, we spoke about, Voss's way or the highway, and with the whole Charlie Curnow thing. Do you think that had Josh taken the reins at the end of the year, before this hoo-ha with Charlie went down, do you think that Curnow would have stayed? or do you think he still would have gone? And do you think with Josh's game plan we can actually play the same with Mackay and Curnow? We can play this game style that he's producing now.
I mean, I think I think if Josh Fraser was coach of Carlton in 2025 for the whole year, Charlie Curnow would still be at Carlton, no doubt about that. Damage was obviously done probably over the course of 2024 and 25 between him and Voss for whatever reason. We'll find out in time when one of them writes a book. There's no reason why Charlie Curnow and Harry Mackay wouldn't work in this forward line. I mean, really, Brodie Kemp or Mitch McGovern, it's just playing Charlie's role.
But then you don't get a Florent, you don't get a Will Hayward.
Well, that's the flow-on effect.
Yeah.
So are we better off without Charlie Curnow? Is that the question?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think we are.
I tend to agree. I think we are.
I think we are. I think we got two best 23 players in Florent, who we needed off half-back, and Hayward, who's a half-forward wing, and we got 3 first-round picks.
And let's not discount the culture they've actually they've brought in,
yeah,
what they've brought in, the energy.
And look, whether we get Joel Amati or not, and whether that's the right fit for Carlton, they're very close to Joel Amati. So part of the reason why he might come to Carlton is due to those guys as well. So, interesting how it's all unfolded this year. I just feel like I've seen this before with Graham Wright and Collingwood.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I was going to say you've seen this sort of game the way and about.
Well, no, Collingwood. So Collingwood made all those changes, right? They got Craig McRae on board. They were in the finals, second year. They finished top 4, and then they won a flag, right?
Yeah.
Like that. They made all these changes. They didn't go and get your Charlie Curnows. They got your Bobby Hills and your Billy Framptons and these
B and C rated players.
All these role players.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the Graham Wright model.
And are you starting to see that?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw it with the women. Like, I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but the women finished 4th, right?
Yeah.
As soon as Graham Wright got there. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. The 2 Irish girls probably helped. But yeah, we're seeing Graham Wright's footprint on this footy team right now. He brought over Josh Fraser. He was the architect behind a lot of the changes over the pre-season. He traded out Charlie Curnow. He brought in Will Hayward. He brought in Ollie Florent. Nick Austin obviously brought in Taylor Byrne, Jack Ison, Harry Dean.
Taylor Byrne. That's someone that I think he's not starting to go under the radar now.
He's not a fluke.
No.
He's not a 50-game wonder.
No.
He's a potential 150-game player.
Yeah, 100%.
For the footy club.
And then
and he's made all the right stuff.
Yeah, he's tough, he's hard, and the beauty that I love is Dean. He doesn't care who you are.
No,
he's in your face, mate.
Votes for Saturday night. I've got votes.
You've got votes.
I've gone 5 Jagger. I had to give 4 to Kemp. I just think his first half was so influential.
Well, it was influential. That set it up.
Yeah. I gave 3 to Harry Dean. I gave 2 to George Stewart, and I gave 1 to your man, Wade Dirksen.
Durko, yeah. I would have given Durko 1 or 2.
I might have missed Ollie Florent. But you can't fit them all in.
You can't fit them all in. And then there were 16 goal kickers, so I dare say 16 goal kickers, they all would have contributed in some way, shape or form from a setting up the game. And realistically, Cripps didn't, like you said, Cripps sacrificed his game. He didn't have a good game, but if you want to factor in what he did, if you gave him 1 vote, I wouldn't be shocked either.
Yeah. The VFL had a good win on the weekend, 60 points over Brisbane, kept their season alive. They've gone on a little run now. Camporelli's played very well.
Both of them did.
O'Keefe kicked 5.
Yep.
Harry Charlton's had a very, very good year off half back. Hopefully he gets another year.
I reckon he gets another year.
Hope the Campos and Charlton get another year.
He'll get another year. But you know what I'm finally seeing? I think at the start of the year when we went on that run of 5 wins, there was some AFL. They're all AFL listed players, the majority are, but there was AFL regular players playing in that reserve side. Yeah, Akers, Hollands, Williams, Sard at the beginning. But now those players aren't there in the sense of like your Akers is out, you know. So I'm starting to see depth within that side there.
Well, Ollie Hollands, so we lost Nick Newman last week, right? So the obvious replacement could have been Ollie Hollands. It wasn't. That's a statement.
Yes.
That's a statement.
Yeah, and I can...
I mean, one player we didn't speak about is Cooper Lord. Cooper Lord played on the wing instead of Ollie Hollands.
Yeah.
Adam Cherry went to half-back. Cooper Lord his endurance is outstanding.
So is Ollie Hollands' endurance.
Of course. But I think Cooper Lord's a better player now, than Ollie Hollands. His Cooper Lord's ball retention, is much higher than Ollie Hollands.
He's smarter, the way he uses the ball.
Yep.
He takes that extra second or two to think where he's going to kick that ball.
Yep.
And his disposal is a hell of a lot better than Ollie Hollands.
Yep. So Ollie's in a bit of trouble right now.
Do you think he is, do you?
Well, he doesn't have a contract.
I reckon they persist with him though.
I mean, I think they love him for so many things, but his disposal and some of his decision making can be very costly.
I feel that they'll give him a contract and they'll say, go away and fix these things up. You have to fix these things up. You're not a lame as air just to come into the side now, the 23. So
it's clear.
Well, that's very clear now.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if any clubs come knocking in the pre-season.
Look, he's 20. What is he? 21?
No, I think he's probably 22. He's been on the list at least 4 years now.
Okay, so he's played.
This could potentially be his 5th year.
75 games has he played? 75 games, something like that.
Not sure. Harvey will find out for us.
Yeah, look, but I reckon there'll be two, thoughts here. One thought will be, he's young enough. We can fix the issues. We'll give him a 2-year contract, see how he goes. He's got to go away and fix it. So he's got to want. Well, the second issue is a club comes knocking on the door and says, we'll give you a 2nd round pick. And
who's going to do that? Who's going to offer him a 2nd round pick? Who's going to offer it? Unless they've got a plethora, unless it's an Essendon, for example.
Or a Richmond, or a West Coast.
Or excessive picks.
Yeah, but
maybe West Coast. West Coast would probably be a reasonable fit
for a wing position.
Yeah. Interesting.
So that's where I feel, but I don't think they'll give up on him just yet unless.
It's been a tough year for him.
It has.
Elijah.
Well, yeah, that's correct.
He's had some injuries. Elijah, change of coach. It's been tricky.
You've got to take all that into consideration too. I mean, what's happening.
I think he's very well liked by the football club. He seems like a great citizen.
Well, this is why I reckon they'll give him. I reckon they'll give him a contract.
Interesting though.
But it won't be a big contract.
Yeah. Will Weeks play this week if he's fit?
But again, like I said, it's horses for courses. I mean, depending.
Assuming everyone's fit. I mean, you can't get rid of Dirks and.
Look, a calf.
Would you play him in the VFL?
Potentially, I don't think he's a VFL player, but I know if we want to start setting standards, it doesn't matter who you are. This is the road you got to take.
I think it'd be the wisest decision if we don't need to rush him back. If he can play a half in the twos and get through, get some confidence.
But that's a statement in itself, though. You know that.
Jacob's got a problem though, doesn't he?
What's that?
Leg speed.
Yes, he's big, heavy set. He's very heavy.
Yeah, when you look at Durka, he moves well. He's agile.
Well, when you look at the,
he's good overhead.
But when you look at the forwards, the key forwards of the competition, they're not Wayne Carey.
They're agile.
They're not Tony Lockett.
When we look at Josh Tracy, he runs like the wind.
Yeah, correct. They're agile. Now, I wouldn't say the game's past Wiedering, but he might want to probably shed a couple of kilos come pre-season and
If the Kangaroos come to you with 2 first-round picks, are you trading him? Question without notice. Their first pick may be, I don't know, six.
this year will be 6, but depending on
Roughly
with everything that
6 or
pushes
something
back,
like
it might pull out at 8 because
Yeah.
you got Cochrane and Walker,
Yeah.
so it'll probably be pushed back.
And their pick next year could be, I don't know, with the Tassie thing, it could be, I don't know, 12 or 13 maybe, depending on where they finish.
I honestly feel that it needs to be similar to what Curno's trade was.
Yeah.
So I think you need to throw a decent player in there too,
Yeah.
to look at it.
Yeah.
2 first rounds and a decent player to look at it.
Yeah. Be brave.
I don't know if you could do it though, to be honest. We got but
The only difference this year with like the difference between Curnow and Wiedering is there's no club breakdown here.
no, correct. So we're basically
So if we push him, it's a little bit different.
correct, and here's a culture we're trying to set.
And his value probably just goes down a touch.
I don't think we'll push him. I think clubs will come knocking,
Yeah.
and then we'll just listen, and then we'll just say no, or we'll think about it.
The clubs might come and offer him they might put an extra whatever on his contract,
Maybe.
offer him the world, and then he might say, "What do you think, guys?"
Well, it'll be
Where am I
they'll go to his manager, and his
Yeah,
manager will go to
yeah.
them, and then he'll come to the club. Yeah, but I honestly think that they're still Dean's still learning, Hoff's still learning,
Dirkson's still learning.
Dirkson's still learning. Learn off the best.
Yeah.
I'll be willing to sacrifice him.
So you're not doing a deal.
Possibly.
Charlie Curnow deal.
Again, you got to see who the team is.
Yeah.
If it's North Melbourne, possibly, but I don't know what player they would offer.
I don't know what player that
I'd trade-
It might be.
I'd-
It might be like a Zane Dersma,
No, I wouldn't be doing the
a
deal.
Zerha.
No, I wouldn't be doing the deal.
Yeah. Well, they don't have.
Trembath, maybe. It'll
They're not going to give us Trembath.
my ears will prick a little bit.
They're not going to give you Trembath.
So I wouldn't mind him playing out of the square.
Yeah. They might give you Zach Fisher.
No, I'm not doing that. You doing it?
It depends on the player.
Yeah, that's my point. So it
Depends
depends.
on the player. It's a tough. That's a tough one. And you don't know how good Harry O'Farrell is. They might bring in Buku. You don't know what's going to happen to Dirksen next year.
Correct.
Whether he goes backwards under pressure.
Correct.
One of them goes down. So yeah, there's a lot of question marks.
See, psychologically, someone like Dirksen knows I've got Wiedering there. I can go talk to Wiedering
Yeah.
and pick his brain. Say, hey, I did this, I did that. What do you? He goes. That knowledge, that IP is out the door.
What happens if North Melbourne gave us their picks and we turn those picks into pick 1? Would you do the deal? And you still had enough currency for Cody Walker? You'd have to consider it.
I'd consider that.
Yeah. I think that's the only way you consider it.
Who would you get at pick 1?
Well, you're either taking Harry Van Hatten or the ruckman, the big ruckman, 205 centimetre, or maybe Archie Butler, who's a gun midfielder.
Yeah, you'd look at it, and then we would potentially get at the end of first round pick 2 with that because we'll bid on Cochrane.
No, I don't think we get it if you because you're taking Cody Walker.
No. If we think Cochrane's number 1,
Right.
and we pick
And
Cochrane,
we bid on him.
and we pick him, so we want pick 1
Yeah.
Cochrane. Port Adelaide come in, no, we're going to match the bid.
Right.
So therefore we get pushed down to 2. Then I think the pick comes in. Where it doesn't come in is if pick 1's for Walker,
Yes.
then we match the bid. We don't get it because none of our picks are dropping back.
Yeah, well, what happens if it's pick 2 for Walker? If Cochrane goes 1
1, yep.
and someone bids on Walker at 2,
No, we don't get the pick because we're not.
you've got to be in the top 5.
But our pick is not being pushed back. Correct, and we're not in the top. Here I'm thinking we're in the top 5. We're not in the top 5 now. We're in the actual 10.
Top 5 of the draft, that is.
Yeah, correct. So in this case, it doesn't really matter. So you get pick 1, you pick whoever.
Yeah, it's a good discussion.
Oh, it's a good drip trade discussion.
You probably have to do the deal.
Pick, yeah.
If you think you had pick 1 coming in
and Walker,
and Walker to set you up, and you're bringing in Buku and you've got O'Farrell coming back, and you can probably grab
And Amadi probably.
and you can probably grab a state league defender as well. You're probably doing a deal.
Yeah, you have to seriously consider that. But I don't think that'll happen. So unless West Coast came to you and said we'll give you our pick 3, or it has to be West Coast, Richmond, those kind of teams there come to you and say, right, we'll give you this.
Yeah.
You got to think of it.
It'll be Essendon. It'll actually be Essendon. Essendon will have pick 1.
Well, Essendon are not going to give you pick 1 for a 29-year-old when they're rebuilding.
No. You did a trade with the Kangaroos, and then you trade.
Oh, you trade those 2, 3 picks.
You trade your picks up for pick 1.
It's still, but Kangaroos picks aren't going to look. They'll need picks for next year for Cody Buick,
They will.
but they won't. I don't.
Anyway.
They won't be relevant. Anyway, I think we're.
It's probably fanciful.
Fanciful because it's not going to. It won't happen. They won't. The club will, unless Jacob came to the club and said, "I've got an offer of 1.5 a year.
Match it.
To go to. You got to match it." I know Graham Wright's going to say, "Who's the club? This club? No, we're not going to match it."
Yeah.
Then okay.
I'm not trading you.
We're not trading you.
And then it'll play out.
And it'll play out the same way as Kerner.
Yeah. Interesting times.
So
I think it's going to be a live story, Jacob Wettering.
Once the finals are over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Carlton going to make the top 10? So we probably need to win. If we beat St Kilda and we win one of the other 2 games, we make it.
We make it,
from,
correct.
From the way I can see
Yep.
the ladder.
Yep.
Unless something a bit untoward happens. Unlikely.
If we beat St Kilda, we go 2 games clear of them. Then GWS is really, unless we lose the 2.
GWS have actually got a relatively easy draw.
Oh, their last game. I actually look at their last
Adelaide,
game.
yeah.
Their last game.
Their next 2 games are very winnable. And then they've got Adelaide, which you'd say would be a loss. So we win 2 games, and one of those is against St Kilda. I think we make it.
Yes.
Do we want to make it?
Oh, I was thinking about this today prior to this coming here, and I just thought.
Now, if we make it, and say we finish, 9th or 10th, and we play Collingwood and we beat Collingwood, right? Like we might end up 7th or 8th on the ladder.
Yeah.
So our points, from a pure points perspective, that ain't great.
No, but you don't. I've been assured that Cody Walker will be a Carlton.
Yeah.
There's no 2 ways, ifs, buts about it.
Look, we've got lots of currency and lots of levers.
Correct.
But it just means you're going to have to give up more.
This is where the potential someone like a Jacob Wooding
Correct.
discussion comes
Correct.
in.
It does.
Because clubs will see this and say, all right, well, you guys need the picks.
It does.
So we're willing, Jacob Wooding.
That's why Jacob Wettering is live.
Yeah, but look, it's a good problem to be in. I think a winning culture sets the standards and sets the benchmark for the following year.
Plus, if you're recruiting players,
correct.
it's a much easier sell. And, players seeing what happened on Saturday night, the energy, the supporters, the players, if we get to the finals and we're playing Collingwood, it's going to be 95,000 there.
Well, yeah, 100%. So, and that's a possibility if we make it.
So, yeah, I think winning culture is critical. You can't tank. And look at Essendon. They're miserable. Absolutely miserable. Could not be more miserable.
Yeah, I know. I was speaking to a mate of mine, a distance supporter, he came over to my house and he just said, I just don't know I just can't watch it anymore. I said, we all go through. I said, you know what the problem is with a Carlton team like Carlton and Essendon, which is not with Geelong or Adelaide I said, those clubs there, they get legitimate home ground advantage.
Yeah.
Collingwood even get 15 at the MCG, including away games. That's their home ground. There's nothing at Marvel. We're split across 2 grounds. We've got no real home ground advantage, really, at the end of the day. It's not like Princess Park or Windy Hill, where you had 30,000 people, 35, and it was all Essendon or all Carlton.
Geelong have got that. Sydney have got that.
Correct. This is what I'm saying. Those clubs are constantly always in the finals.
The interstate teams have got that.
Correct. They're always in the finals.
Sure, they've got to travel, but still, they've got that advantage.
But even the Dogs, to a degree, they're always playing at Marvel.
Yeah. Can I just say, I think we play very well. I never thought I'd say this. I think we played Marvel very well these days.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we're.
The way we're playing, and our ball movement, we're actually playing Marvel pretty well.
It's a fast track. So we've got some leg speed now, really, when you look at it. We don't look that slow now.
No, Billy Wilson off half back. I mean,
He got 585 metres gained on the weekend.
yeah, he's a ripper. The Rising Star hasn't been announced yet, has it, Harvey? For the week, it has.
It has Geelong's Geelong Ruckman, I think it is.
Edwards.
Yeah, I think so.
Billy Wilson, you would hope that he gets one before the end of the year. Like he's the sample size over the last 10 weeks has been excellent. I think he deserves a Rising Star nomination.
Well, he may. If he puts in another decent performance next week or over the next 3 weeks, I think he'll get it. And that'll be. We've already got 3.
3.
To get another one, 4.
We thought we might have had another one, but he's probably dropped off a little.
He's dropped off a little bit.
Jack Ison.
Yeah. But he's got it. You can just see he's going to be a good player. You can see it.
He's got the ability.
You can just see it.
Yeah.
There's something when he gets the ball. He's just like he's got time to do stuff with it.
Big game this week against St Kilda. Jack Silvani probably out. Which would be good for our forward line.
The Conning probably, maybe.
Conning might be a 50-50.
Not sure.
Although, I mean, Rowan Marshall's an excellent ruckman.
But you know what? I don't look at that.
I think that, Naz is really the story, right? I mean, how do you
stop him?
How do we contain him? And who do you play on him? Do they tag him? Does George Hewitt go to him? I mean, clearly he won't have the leg speed to go with him.
They'll take it. If George Hewitt, I'm sure, and I know they'll change it, but if George Hewitt goes in, they'll put him in the forward line.
Yeah, that's right.
So they'll chop and change. But I was thinking about this, and I
know Lockie Cowan went to him last time.
He did?
And he's got reasonable leg speed. Could Cooper Lord go to him? Cooper Lord's probably a little bit faster than George Hewitt.
He's got a bit more stamina too.
Matt Cottrell?
I was thinking Cottrell. I was just thinking Cottrell, and I'd say to him, don't worry about anything else.
Backpack.
Do not worry about anything else. If he comes off, you come off. Just the old-fashioned stick to him. If he goes to the toilet, you go to the toilet.
Spare caravan.
Just wherever he goes. Don't worry about coming off your man to help support. Don't worry about it. Just stay with him, because he's the same as Dacos. He gets the 1-2.
Yep.
He takes the kick-ins and he's going to get the next possession. So you've got to make sure.
And with the stand rule,
correct.
They just play it so well.
Correct. So this is where we need to be alert at the end of the day.
Well, we've got to be
stop his run.
Particularly when we're manning the mark. Like we need players behind the man on the mark.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
To stop him.
And within about a 15, 20 metre radius of where the mark is.
Yeah.
So to stop him, because he'll get 2 or 3 possessions every time he touches the ball.
And then when he goes forward, probably Cowan.
You probably look at Cowan. You know what? I reckon Dean could do the job on him too.
I was thinking that too.
I reckon he could do the job on him. I think he's...
The thing about Dean, he's going to get stuck into him, right?
That's correct.
And he's going to be into him.
Yeah, correct.
Right, he'll get him off his game.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking.
Who are their forwards that we need to curtail in the air? Sharman, Mitch Owen. Like, they're not superstars.
Yeah, but I'd play Cowan on Owen.
Yeah.
Heavy set.
Yeah.
And he can run off in.
Dirksen on Sharman.
You can throw Lewis Young down there if you need him.
And then they got Max Hall running through.
Caminiti.
Higgins always kicks goals on us.
That's the other one, Higgins. And who do you put on Higgins too? Because he's always a little nipsy that's always around, sniffing around a crumb.
Yeah.
They've got some firepower there. Philippou goes down, but he's playing more midfield these days.
Is he not playing Philippou?
Yeah, no, what I mean, he goes down forward.
Forward, yeah.
But he's playing more midfield these days. I mean, he's getting 20+ possessions for the last time.
Yeah, the other one's Wilkie.
Yes, again, but that's a Harris Andrews style game. So that's the game.
Lewis Young.
That's the game you play.
Yeah.
You say to Kemp, the way you played Andrews, you play Wilkie.
Yeah.
Young, the way we played Andrews, we've got
McGovern.
Same.
Just McGovern, just on McGovern, just digressing. His leg speed and his athleticism, he's lost nothing. Yeah. The way he's getting over the ground is unbelievable.
He gets a contract.
He's 31 years old.
He gets a contract.
I would be getting him in a contract ASAP before somebody else does. Because someone will offer him 2 years.
I'll be happy to give him 2 years.
Yeah.
The way he's playing.
Someone might offer him 3 years.
No, well, then that's something that we've got to weigh up and see if it's worthwhile, the 3 years. But 100%. And you know what? He's not injured.
He's not injured.
So sometimes it makes me wonder, these players, whether they actually put the injury on because they don't want to play under the coach or they're But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's knock on wood, he's played all the games this year.
I had a few footy teams that I used to get a hamstring against
back
in the day.
But that's what I mean. But sometimes you look at it and say, well, He's kicked 30 goals, I think, hasn't he?
Something like that. Him and Kemp are very similar.
And he's playing seriously good football.
He is. How's that goalie kick?
Oh.
What about the mark he took and then he played on? What was he thinking?
The player's on the ground, he thinks he's going to get it to him.
I was arguing with Darius Harvey on that one. I reckon that was 50 metres because the bloke that smothered, he actually tried to kick it. The bloke wasn't on the mark and he smothered it. I was actually trying to argue that should have been 50.
But he didn't move.
The player.
Yeah.
Who, McGovern or the player on the ground?
No, the player on the ground didn't move.
Yeah, no, but he was on the...
Yeah, but that's where he took the mark. He
Yeah.
didn't move. It's not as if his feet moved or he crawled over.
Do you think is there any...
No,
no.
no, I don't think so. I just think McGowan just had a bit of a brain fart there.
He definitely did that.
And he just lost concentration.
Definitely did
That's amazing, adrenaline, what it does to you. You just got to keep going.
Are you going on Sunday night, 7:20?
Shit time.
School night?
It's a shit time. I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I dare say there'll be tickets.
Well, funny you say that. I tried to get some last night with my AFL membership for my family. I'm not going to go, but my family wants to go. And I couldn't get an AFL reserve ticket at all.
It's a St Kilda home game.
St Kilda home game. I'm an AFL member only.
They're playing the women's before too, you know.
They are.
Yeah, so that's...
Header.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a ticket.
Okay. I didn't
So
know.
I would suggest there's going to be at least 40,000 there on Sunday night. There was just over 40,000 there on Saturday versus the Lions.
Yeah, no, they were all Carlton. I'm assuming they were all Carlton. Like,
No, it was probably 80%, 85% Carlton. There was enough old Fitzroy supporters, Brisbane supporters there.
Yeah, you reckon 40? I don't know if they'll get 40,000.
I think they will.
They'll be mainly St Kilda supporters.
Yeah, it's their grand final.
Well, this is it. This is the thing. I mean, if they lose this, they're pretty much... They can still make it mathematically, but Carlton needs to lose both. GWS needs to lose 2. And then they need to win.
How many ex-Carlton players will play on the weekend? Liam Stocker will play because I think he had a good week on the...
Yeah, Liam Stocker will play. Silvani, maybe not. Silvani, I reckon, definitely not.
Definitely not. Paddy Dow's nowhere.
What? He's
And
gone.
Jack Carroll seems to have dropped off.
So Paddy Dow, they'll probably delist him.
Paddy Dow, and maybe even Jack Carroll as well.
Yeah, they'll probably delist him this year.
Definitely Paddy Dow. All right. That's all we've got.
Yeah, it's been a great... you know what? I love watching all these footy shows when we win like that.
It's good times.
It's all talking about... Even Ken Hinkley had something positive to say about Carlton.
It's good times.
So,
even Matthew Lloyd was very complimentary.
Did you see?
Reckons we're playing like a
top
4 or 5 team.
Top four side.
But 2 weeks ago when we lost to Collingwood, we weren't.
No.
You can't just chop and change, Lloydie.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. I mean, against Collingwood...
Like, if we play like this for the next 3 weeks, sure. But we've got to do it. We've got to do it.
Again, the thought of expectation now, I just don't know if we can sustain it.
I don't think we can. I hope we do.
If we play 50%...
I'll probably pick St Kilda.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Anyway, it's been a good night at the Doot here.
Fantastic.
Fireplace is on.
The Doot. They are great. The fireplace is on. There's stuff happening downstairs. I don't know if you can hear them, but...
I think there's trivia. I think they got trivia on tonight.
Trivia night, Monday night.
I think it's is it Yellowstone themed?
Is it?
That's what I saw on the
Yellowstone.
On the website.
Fantastic. That's great. And look, on a serious note, Pat, just about Josh Fraser's dad. Condolences to the Fraser family. I mean, it was for him to coach that game and the way we played and the way he coached, and to really show like there was nothing
and his demeanour was
going
just,
on.
It wasn't emotional.
No, he
could have got really emotional after the game.
Of course he could have, because that would have been a big,
and fair enough too.
Come down. So condolences go to the Fraser family if they're watching.
Is there a world in which Josh Fraser isn't the coach of Carlton next year? In your opinion?
Not after Saturday.
It's almost too much of a risk.
You can't.
Not to appoint him. How can you not appoint a bloke?
He's got to want it.
But he's told the world he wants to be a senior coach.
But if he's told the world he's not ready yet.
Yeah, but that dialogue that tone has changed
Yeah, it has,
subtly
it has.
over the last 11 weeks.
It has, but he's got to say, I'm putting my hat in the ring. And then as soon as he says those words there,
But he's played it beautifully. The moment he says that, the pressure goes onto him.
he's played it magnificently.
Well,
You wouldn't have played it any better.
He's done an 11-week presentation.
Correct, that's what I'm saying. So as soon as he says, I'm putting my hat in the ring, that's the day when Carlton say, right, you're our new coach.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think there was a press conference where he did say, "Are you ever ready?"
Well, correct.
Which is right.
Yeah, you're never ready. Because we all learn. You're learning. I'm still
That's right.
learning. We all learn. We all continue to learn.
Sometimes you just got to jump into the fire.
Correct. And I think...
But he's already got a leg in the fire.
Well...
Probably a leg and a half in the fire.
Look, as soon as he says those words, then I think that... And I don't... You know, I think if he says those words, then I just feel that... Is there a potential possibility that the dynamics could change a little bit with the team and how they're playing and all that kind of stuff? I don't know.
It's almost like, can we just hold the other decision until the end of the season?
Correct. This is what I was going to say. Just hold on.
Righty, just hold off.
Just hold on and wait until we play Freo. Or if we're in the next two. Because if we're in the next two, then we're in.
So the reports come out that Carlton's going to give him another week to make a decision.
Well, obviously they should.
With his dad's passing.
Yep.
So, you know, like, we're probably still at least 2 weeks away from a coaching announcement.
Yep. And there's reports that Essendon will probably name their coach the end of this week or early next.
Really?
Yep.
Jamie Graham?
No. Tom Morris said he thinks McVeigh is the favourite.
Spike?
So...
All right, Rocky.
Good show.
Thanks for the night, Robbie Green. Shout out to you. Get better, mate. I hope your Mad Monday wasn't. I hope it was a good time.
Get that whiskey and tea into your mate. Rug up. Put your Ugg boots
Need to
on.
harden up. I'm a bit worried about you. We'll hopefully see you next week on the channel.
Fingers crossed.
Subscribe. See us on X, on YouTube.
See us everywhere.
Go Blues. See you next time.